Alright, Shalom. It's your brother Yarash Amar from the GMS Champaign, Illinois branch. For all things, want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim that's pushing his truth and righteousness and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. This is a video off the brother's page, Arrows of Indignation 144, which I believe the brother Obadiah from the North Carolina. Yeah, the elder Obadiah from the North Carolina camp runs. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in it.
To the economy now, where staggering numbers have been released surrounding black women in the labor force. A new report shows more than 300,000 black women have left the workforce in just the last several months. That's according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Joining me now is gender economist Katika Roy to break this all down and why they're leaving. Katika, thank you so much for being with us. You recently wrote an article where you say that this isn't happening by accident. Why do you think it is happening?
This is happening because of cuts to public sector positions. So if you look at the federal labor force, black women make up just over 12% of the federal labor force. It's about double their representation in the labor force overall. And when you have targeted cuts up to 50% in organizations such as the Department of Education and HHS, you're not just trimming the fat, you're actually cutting the economic backbone for black women.
Wow. And so what are some of the spillover effects from all of this?
Well, one of the things that we know is that there is a connection between women's labor force participation and GDP. So black women's labor force participation has dropped by just over 2% in the last 3 months. And that has sucked over $37 billion out of U.S. GDP. So this is the economic cost of gender policy ignorance.
This is really fascinating because do you think that most people are unaware of the actual impacts of things like this?
Absolutely. So when we often think about women's issues or black women's issues, we think of it as an over there problem. It's not. It's an everybody.
All right, so as you can see, man, a lot of so-called black women are losing their jobs. But it's because they put the faith in this system, man. For so many years, our women have, chosen Big Daddy Esau over family structure. And as they actively help destroy the family structure over here in America, in the so-called black community, man. I done seen it firsthand. All right. With my mother and my father, I seen it firsthand of a father trying to have custody of his kid, and out of bitterness, a mother wouldn't let him. All right, my mother wouldn't let him. And growing up and looking back, I could see it for what it was, but at the time, I didn't. I was given a choice of whether or not did I want to stay with my mom or stay with my pops. And really my grandma or my pops, because that's who really raised me. All right, but it shouldn't even have been a choice a child should make. All right, it wasn't up to me. It should have been what my father deemed. All right. All right, because, living under my mother's side of the family, eventually I came into the truth and wisened up. But it was a rough path to get there, from gang banging and just into all the folly that none of my brothers and sisters was into. But being under, my grandma's rulership, she couldn't really do nothing with a, young man. All right, surrounded by the streets, So, yeah. So Eve is responsible for, breaking up a lot of two-parent households because of her pride, man. And we're not saying that Jake, right? Sometimes, Jake be off the fucking walls too, man. He got a lot of problems. But, man, Eve she does this shit on a regular, man. This is Isaiah 32:10. It says, "Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women." All right, so these are the days that we're coming into that hey, trouble is upon our women, man, because they have disregarded the order that Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua established on the planet Earth. All right, they're in total rebellion against it. All right, I don't need no man. I'm independent. These niggas can't do shit. Niggas ain't shit. That's all you hear. All right, when I go through my stroll, my news stroll on Facebook, my news feed, a majority of the status is just black man bashing from black women. All right, and it's so normalized, people don't even bat an eye at it. All right, but it says what? For the vintage shall fail. All right, the gathering shall not come. Now that vintage goes into provisions. All right, so your foods, all right, your EBT stamps, all that shit is gonna fail, man. The Section 8, it's all being cut dry. So hey, we're in those times, man. All right. Hey, cause Eve has been totally rebellious, man. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, grit you sackcloth upon your loins. All right. Yeah, so the Lord is gonna strip these women from everything pretty soon, man. All right. Hey, cause it's getting sickening. It's past sickening, and Jake is pretty much fed up. But you see this because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he doesn't need you anymore. All right, you played your part in helping, all right, further his goals, and now he's pretty much doing away with you. That's why you're seeing this, because he don't need you. He's bringing AI systems in. Automated robots are going to be taking most of your jobs. AI is going to be taking most of these jobs. All right, so his purpose of hanging you above the so-called black man and weaponizing you, all right, that's coming to an end. Now he's just throwing you away. All right, you don't think he ever cared about you. It was all part of his agenda. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. All right, so why would the Lord say, she that is my enemy? Why would the Lord, all right, tell the Israelite men when she that is my enemy shall see it? All right, because it's talking about these modern women today, man. This modern Israelite woman, all right, the way she's pent up against this, all right, she's become an enemy. It says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? ? So these women have been questioning. Hey, man, you talk all that. Well, when is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? Well, when is this, what they call it, your sky daddy coming back and all that blasphemy, right? Thinking they self as to be worship our goddess, all right? A lot of women have that spirit of the God of heaven spirit, man. All right. A lot of that black woman is God shit, right? As somebody should be bowing down to her and listening to every command she says. Like, hey, that's what's been happening in the so-called black community for the last 50, 60 years. And you see it produced nothing but a whole bunch of gangsterism, all right, and LBGT men through the community. That's all you see. It says, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right. So yeah, she's going to be killed out here. All right. Very harshly. All right. That's what's coming for a lot of these women because they refuse to get in order.
Problem. When our economy grows, that has more jobs and more income for everyone. So we know, for instance, overall, that for every 1 percentage point that women leave the labor force, there's a $146 billion hit.
Oh my gosh. And so we've talked about the consequences, but is there an upside to all of this? Are we seeing women pivoting to entrepreneurship as they're leaving the workforce? What then are they doing?
You know, that's a great question. And the truth is, we don't know where all of the 300,000 Black women that have actually been pushed out of the labor force have gone. We know that some of them have gone into entrepreneurship, which is not only because of luxury, but it's actually because of survival. And this is really, really a testament to their resilience, but it also shows the rigidity in our traditional employment systems.
Are there any other groups that we are seeing largely impacted in this way in the labor workforce?
Not to this extent. So I track all of the data, as you can imagine.
Yeah, because what? Esau don't need you no more, man. All right, that's why, hey, you're the first to go. They always say, the so-called black man, last to be hired and the first fired. Yeah, Eve's the one catching that now, man. All right, she's the first to be fired, man. Hey, people are really tired of what they black fatigue now. People are pretty much tired of Eve, man, and always not smiling and just being an unpleasant individual all the damn time, man. People are getting to the fact where they're getting tired of that shit, man. All right, so now you're seeing, all right, Esau is pushing them out the workforce, man. All right, and ultimately, it's gonna happen, cause ain't gonna be no work in Egypt, man. All right, this is just the beginning phase. Slocky, and I thought I had that right here. Let me grab that real quick. Yeah, Isaiah 19 and 15. I'm gonna start at 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to error and every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So America is spiritually Egypt. All right. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Yeah. So pretty much the grinding is ceasing. And it's gonna be no jobs for anybody pretty soon. But you see who they're coming for first. But it's because of the pride, all right, of our women, man. They are very prideful and refuse to humble down and accept the role that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has designed for them. All right, they rebel against it. Sirach 26 and 26, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him and her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. All right, so it's a prideful thing when you see this. All right, it's a pride thing. All right, and they're really trying to impress each other. A lot of the times you see a woman talk shit or buck up to her man when her friends around because she's trying to prove a point to them. All right, it's prideful, and women have become out their natural order. All right, Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's what we've been seeing in our communities for the last 60, 70 years since the feminist movement, the women's rights movement, all right, where they put a woman above the men in the household, all right, lifted the woman up with all the government goodies. And it shifted the dynamics of the so-called black household structure, man. And it was devastating for us, man. All right, but this is a new thing on the earth. This is not something that's been done before, man. This you can't look back in history when this was pretty much going on. At least not to the extent that I know of. I can't think of any point in history. I may be wrong. Brothers know, correct me, but you see how this is. Jake is fucking Jake up, man. Feminism has totally destroyed the black community. All right.
Month over month by gender and race and ethnicity. And I started to see this trend about 3 months ago with this really precipitous drop in black women out of the labor force. And this is a huge hit. And historically, just to give you a sense of the historical context, this is the first time in years that black women's labor force participation has fallen below Latina's labor force participation.
Ooh.
Wow. It's really fascinating to see these numbers, to hear you explain all of it and break down the real world impacts on our GDP and the economy at large. Katika Roy, thank you for what you do, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right. 1 Corinthians 11:8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. All right. So, hey, women are gonna have to learn to get back into a servant position. All right. When you go into the word woman, it means a female servant. All right. And Esau, Edom has polluted the minds of the women so hard that they think that that is a bad thing. Right. They actually hear them that they should serve their husbands and serve their men. And they think that they deem that as something evil, right? But the scriptures say, woe to them who call good evil and evil good. All right. And that's confusion, man. Hey, America has done a number on these people's mind. All right. So I'm gonna grab this. Gotta grab this. Then going up to verse 3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of every woman is the man, and the man of Yahushua, and the head of Yahushua is Yahweh. All right. So that's the order that the Heavenly Father put on this earth is what? Yahweh, his son, Yahushua. All right, men, then the woman, then the children. The righteous order, man. So I'm going to end it right there. Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect's sake, who we endure all things for. So with that, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, and it was a great millstone. Until next time, Akim Shalom.